If you've ever taken a phone call during bath time or shown a house with snacks in your purse and goldfish crumbs in your car, this is the episode for you. Hey friends, welcome to the Brandy Lydon podcast. I'm your host, Brandy Lydon, and in this podcast, we're going to talk through all things real estate, wealth building, and investing. And what I really want you to do is reach your financial freedom and live your life worth living. Hey friends, welcome to the Brandy Lydon podcast. Today we're going to deep dive into how to balance motherhood and real estate. And let's be honest, it's not always pretty. Let's start with the truth. Real estate's unpredictable, kids are unpredictable, so when you combine the two, sometimes we live in a constant state of chaos, and that's okay. One of the biggest mindset shifts that changed everything for me was this: stop chasing balance and start prioritizing presence. There will be days when you're an amazing agent. There'll be days when you're the best mom ever. And then there will be days where you feel like you've nailed them both on the same day. And that's gonna be rare. But let's talk about, what does that mean? So you hear everyone saying, oh, you have to balance, work-life balance. You know, that's kind of what you hear so much content on. What I mean by stop chasing balance and start prioritizing presence is whatever you're doing in that moment. Let's say that you have, like, for me and my daily schedule, I try to be present as a mom during this after school hour. Okay, so I'm home. I try not to schedule showings during this window. I have my work day. The kids get out of school. Mine can drive now, so they're even driving themselves home. But for that hour, when they come through the door, they're grabbing a snack, you're hearing about their day, I'm present as a mom. I have my phone turned over. It's over on the counter. I'm not answering calls, not answering text messages. I'm really prioritizing presence, being with them in that moment. And it may only be for 30 minutes before they head out the door again, and that's okay. But I was home when they walked through the door and give them my undivided attention for that little period of time. And so when we say stop chasing balance, we want to say, oh, our day is this: half a mom, half a business owner, half a realtor, whatever that it is. But I don't think we can truly balance it, and it's not always going to be equal. Whatever you're doing in that moment, just be present, be fully there. Once you're at the office, once you're, time blocking, you're making your phone calls, or you're out on appointments with clients, be present. Don't be worrying about other phone calls from other clients or other text message from whatever is coming in. I think it's just truly you have to prioritize that presence in the moment. And that's what we mean by is it going to be balanced all the time? Absolutely not. Let me give you another example. Let's say that you have a closing in the morning, you've got a showing in the afternoon, and you have a sick kid at home. You've got to ask yourself, what is the most important thing right now? Most likely, it's that sick kid at home. You might miss a closing, or you run by the closing table, tell your people hi, and say you've got a sick kid at home, you're gonna have to step out, but just wanted to, run by and congratulate them. You're probably gonna have to reschedule that showing. In those moments, you have to really prioritize what is most important, right then and there. Let me flip the script on that. So that was where your kid is most important in that moment. Let's say that you're typically home from that 3:30 to 4:30 window to be present with your kid. You have an out-of-state client that's flying in that you've set up showings for a week in advance. They are gonna make a decision on this house before they fly out the next day. If the showings run into that 3:30 to 4:30 window, today, you're there for that client. They've flown in town, they're here for 24 hours, they're going to choose a house. It is your job to be completely present with that client. You're gonna miss your at-home window from 3:30 to 4:30. And that's okay if the rest of the week that you're home. That's where I think we think balance is where we wanna be. Sometimes it's not balance, but it's being fully all in on whatever you're doing and whatever prioritizes, whether it's that out-of-state client or the sick kid at home. Something's gonna take priority in that moment. And neither one of these is making you a bad mom or a bad agent. It's just going to vary. It's gonna ebb and flow throughout your time. So we're gonna go over 3 things that are gonna help make your lifestyle more manageable. The first one's gonna be time blocking. This one's huge. Agents that I coach, people that I'm helping coach wealth building. This is so incredibly important if you're a business owner, if you're just in sales, if you're working for a corporation, if you're just a stay-at-home mom. Time blocking is huge. So you want to make sure that your calendar, from the time you wake up to the time you go to bed, every hour is accounted for. Now, This hour could say me time, and that's whatever you want to do for that hour, and that's totally fine. Yet everything is assigned, okay? So you don't go through your day not knowing what this window of time. Now, if you choose to block an entire 2 to 3 hour window of me time, absolutely go for it. I would love to have that in my calendar. But time blocking is just super important. So this is going to allow you to, a lot of people that own their own businesses are like, well, I got into business for myself because I want flexibility. Great. And you will get flexibility, you will get time freedom when you time block. So it kind of provides you that freedom. If you've got 9 to 11 and that's your most productive things that you're supposed to get done for the day, put them in the morning and you're going to be super productive, whatever those task is that you're supposed to get done. And then give yourself that free time, me time, whatever it is in the afternoon. Number 2 is going to be set up boundaries early. And I'll say, this is going to be twofold. Setting boundaries for your clients is absolutely the most important thing. You want those expectations set so that they know the process, because if they're coming to you for questions, then you have not set those expectations out there. But when I talk about boundaries, I mean boundaries on when a client can text you, boundaries on when a client can call you. If your business hours are, and it could be whatever that you make it, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m., and you are not going to answer a text message after 6 p.m., then hold those clear boundaries. Now, the one exception could be something that is something to do with a contract that has a timeline. You have a response time that you have to answer. Clearly, you're gonna sign the offer, or you're gonna send a counter, whatever you have to do in that timeline. Now, for setting boundaries for your kids, family members, spouse, friends, whatever, I think that's equally important. You wanna just make sure that you are giving them boundaries, letting them know that when you're in mom mode, you're present. When you're at their sporting event, you're watching, you're not on your phone. It's setting those boundaries. And then also, for the kids, if they're in the car with you and it's that window of time where you should still be accepting calls, they're gonna have to know, like, be quiet, mom's on the phone, this is work, even though if you're driving them to their activity or something like that. So setting boundaries early is key. The third one is building a backup plan. And I say this because that could be building a backup plan as a mom, building a backup plan as a business owner. You need it in both worlds. Backup plan meaning if your child is sick and you have that out-of-state client, you have a babysitter on standby that you can call. You have a family member that can come over and sit at home with the sick kid because your people flew in from California and you have 24 hours with them. Building a backup plan for business could look different, like you get sick and your clients are flying in. You have a coworker that you have an arrangement with where you can pay them X number, to show these 5 houses, and that's your backup plan. No matter what, your client's getting taken care of. No matter what, your kids are getting taken care of. Those are 3 important things that will help you, manage this lifestyle and prioritize presence. And the beautiful thing about all this is you're building a life where you don't have to choose success or being there for your kids. You can have both. Thanks so much for spending time with me today. If you want to know more about investing, wealth building, or real estate in general, head on over to brandylydon.com and you can book a consult with me today. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you want to hear more episodes like this one. See you next time.